guys, I hope you get A pluses. Today we're learning about literal equations.
Literal equation. Alright, so this is what your homework is based on. If you look at what it says, you're going to have different letters. So what I'm doing is I'm replacing some of the letters with an A. That way it's a little bit easier. So in this instance, every time we're going to solve for A, which is what we did in class. You have two options. You can just write it if you know it. If not, we can make a do and undo chart, which of course we know I like to do. So if I'm solving for A right here, I'm going to make a do and undo chart. What is happening to A? A is being multiplied by 2, so I have to do the opposite of dividing by 2. So I'm going to divide this side by 2, and I'm going to divide this side by 2. Remember, whatever I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other. 2 divided by 2 will cancel. So now on this side, I have 2 divided by 2 equals A. That is our answer. That's it. So we're going to look right here at this one. Here's my A. A is being multiplied by a W and by an L. So the opposite of multiplying by an L and a W would be to divide by an L and a W. So I'm going to divide this whole side by LW. I'm going to divide this whole side by LW. These would cancel. So now my answer would be V over LW equals A. And that's it. That's your answer. A literal equation means you're using letters more than numbers, and you're just going to leave it like that. It's not going to come up with an actual number as an answer. So let's look over here. We talked about in class that multiplying by a third is the same as dividing by 3. So to get rid of multiplying by a third, we multiply by its reciprocal. And we talked about that in class. Reciprocal means you take a fraction and flip it. So what's on the top all of a sudden goes on the bottom. What's on the bottom goes on the top. So if you do that here and here, this would completely cancel because 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So it cancels each other. We're also going to multiply it by 3 on this side. Okay? So now that leaves me with 3C equals RA. But if I look, my goal is to find A. A is not by itself because A is being multiplied by R. So we're going to do the opposite of that, which would be to divide by R. Those R's would cancel. So my answer would be 3C divided by R equals A. So this is our answer. Alright, now we're going to go look at this bottom one. So I'm looking at A. A is being multiplied by B squared. Again, if you want to do the undo chart, you can. You don't have to. It's up to you. The opposite would be to divide by B squared. So again, both sides of the equal sign have the same thing happen to them. These would cancel. So now I'm left with F over B squared equals A. And that's how we solve for A. So these are literal equations. Don't think if you don't have a number at the end, you're wrong. That's not how it works. You're just dealing with letters. This is more understanding the concepts of how to get a variable by itself after what's being done to it. All right, guys. Have a good night.